Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 11th. This week, you start off with the Six of Spades, which is a good card, actually. It represents incremental improvements, things improving in your life in increments, little bits and pieces, kind of. I frequently call this card the train because it's like, that's the best way to describe it. And it's like, when you get on a train, it starts off really slow, and then it's got to build up speed, and then once it builds up speed, it's almost impossible to stop a train. So the card is all about building momentum. You could build a lot of momentum, and it's a longer process, so it's not just this week. Like, this is something that you're going to start doing and you'll be doing in kind of, for a while, is building this momentum in a lot of areas of your life, really being able to move forward. I think that's what's important about this card, is that finally it's no more of this hamster wheel back and forth, falling off the hamster wheel, getting back on, and all of that. It's like, finally, I think you can see progress. There might be some stops along the way, but then you're going to keep moving forward. There's no more backwards BS, and I think that's what is important with this card. And kind of to strengthen the message in a lot of ways, you have the Eight of Spades, which isn't such a great card. However, the message I'm getting off of it for you this week is that really, it's kind of like this card is here to remind you that, like I said, there are going to be some stops. At a train station, it's going to stop at certain points. And, this card is kind of coming in to remind you and say, hey, things aren't necessarily going to be perfect. Like, for moving forward now, there's definitely going to still be some challenges. But the card wants to remind you that you're still going to be moving forward, because the train always takes off again, and this time, and you're not going to be moving backwards, and that's what's important. And the card also says that, hey, maybe you need to get off that train and get onto another train. I do not like trains, by the way, but this is what I'm going to use as an example. So, it's a card that sometimes you can be stuck on an idea and you're not moving forward, and it says, hey, you need to look somewhere else and try a different way to make that thing happen. So wherever you're stuck, just know that there are other opportunities for you to move forward. Next, you have the King of Diamonds. I think a lot of you are going to be feeling like a leadership, wanting to step up this week and be a leader. It's like a leadership type energy here. Even in jobs, like a lot of you could be trying to get raises or promotions, trying to step up into more managerial type positions, or if you have a business, even you could be looking to take on more responsibilities, more business, more clients. The list goes on and on there. So this is a very good card. I will caution you with the King of Diamonds. You want to make sure when you're making decisions that you're making smart decisions. Sometimes the King of Diamonds can be reactive, and you can get like angry or mad. So make sure to check yourself. So every time you make a decision, just say, am I making this decision? Is this a right decision? Is it for the best of me and my company or my job or my business? And then you won't make any mistakes, and you'll be fine. Next, you have the Four of Spades. This is frequently called the card of the architect, and it's all about planning things and building things. On one hand, it could be a card of definitely don't get into any arguments in the home. That's what the card can also mean, is don't create any problems or anything like that at home, because they'll blow up into something much bigger that you don't need. But it's also about planning and planning things out. I think a lot of you could be doing a lot of planning this week, and I think that's what's important on this card. And to kind of strengthen that message, you have the Ace of Clubs coming up next, which is my favorite card in the deck. It's very much a brain card. It represents the brain and thinking and planning things out, but it's also a card of abundance. It brings great abundance to us and success. So this is a very good card. It's abundance in your whole life, but really it kind of furthers that planning message of planning things out and making things happen. So really happy to see that. It'll be a great week. So thank you for watching, and enjoy the week.